Hello and welcome back to the Cronecast at the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine, and on this channel I do yes and no tarot, I do predictive tarot, I do astrology read tarot, I do the Spirit Guide Weekly Divine Guidance Message Read Tarot. I also do active magic candle magic tarot, and today I have for you messages from my ancestors for Samhain. That is October 31st. It is also the full moon in Taurus, and it is also the blue moon. All of our candles were anointed with a spirit mediumship conjure oil called Green Fairy. This is from Inexplicable Things. I am not affiliated. I just really like their products. I'm also going to be drawing the name of the winner for my monthly giveaway in just a moment, and I'll be posting it on my community page as well. There's going to be 4 piles in a pick-a-card presentation. There's going to be description box links for the timestamps. I always forget to say that. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. This is pile number 3. This is pile number 4. You kind of concentrate, see which one calls out to you. That is the message we're most meant to receive. For the veil is thinnest at this particular time of year. October 31st is an excellent time to do your own spirit mediumship work. If you have any messages coming through from departed loved ones, from ancestors, guides, guardians, and angels, that is an excellent time to do it as the veil is thin. Concentrate, see which one calls out to you, and that will be the message that you're meant to receive. I'm going to snuff these out and draw my winner. Okay. And choke on the smoke. Hello, Insurance Agent John, who I spoke to. All right, here we go. The real one, instead of Courtney. Okay, my winner's name is JJ. I also pull another backup name just in case. JJ, I hope I'm able to find you. I have not been able to find the winners the last 2 months. Please check the community page for winners every month, and hopefully I'll be able to track JJ down. I'll see you at the time of your reading when we'll go over what specific conjure oil is on your candle. And there are multiple areas in this particular read. What is coming to you before Yule, what your ancestors would like you to know, what you need to release in the coming year, and then also what is coming to you in the coming year. Hello and welcome back. If you chose candle number 1, pile number 1, then this is your candle and this is your reading. Again, you have Green Fairy on your particular candle. That is to help thin the veil, to help messages come through. Then you also have Vision Oil. And this is the way that your ancestors are going to try and communicate with you. That can be in dreams, it can be in daydreams, it can be during meditation. I have multiple piles and I'm going to have to refer to some things here as well. All right, here we go. What have I got here? I have the Dark Mirror and Soul's Destiny will be bringing what should I concentrate on releasing this year. So this is what should I concentrate on releasing. And then we have the Sacred Traveler and the Fairy Oracle is going to bring us what will come to me before Yule. I'm sorry to have to check my notes so frequently. And then I have the Energy Deck, the Wisdom Oracle, and Making Magic, what will be coming to you in the coming year. And then finally, I have messages from your ancestors. We're going to be using the Spirit Guide deck. And then we're also going to be using my Celtic deck because Samhain is the Celtic festival. Celtic Festival of Fire. My mother is actually from Scotland, actually so is my brother. It's kind of a long story, but I have a deep affinity to Celtic magic. It's not the type of magic that I practice. I practice angelic and celestial magic, universal and divine. And here we go. I'm going to move you aside as well. And we're going to get going. What do we need to concentrate on releasing? Your Dark Mirror is addicted. This can be codependency. It can be obsessive thought patterns, obsessive behaviors. A lot of people who have trauma-induced OCD have a tendency to engage in almost ritualistic-like behaviors to try and find safety. Addiction can also be to various foods, various people, unfortunately. That's codependency. We have revenge. Ooh, that is always one to release. Always, always one to release. There is no worth in revenge. You only think you'll feel better. Really, the best revenge is living a good life. Concentrate on living the best life that you can. Even if someone has injured you, know that there will be a time when things come to them as they are deserved. We have trust and inner peace as well. Apparently, these are things that you are These are very related. You are denying yourself the ability to trust, and you're denying yourself inner peace. So inner peace goes with addiction, and then trust goes with revenge. That is part of the kind of the downside of wishing ill on anybody, is it does create a barrier between you and other people. Sometimes people do things for all kinds of strange and conflicted reasons. Let's see, what is coming to you before Yule? Magical blessings. And there's a trust that there is a divine plan. So a little bit of a holding pattern throughout the rest of the year as magical blessings are coming to you in the time and places they are meant to, but look for building momentum towards the end as you go towards Yule, which is right around Christmas. Trust that there's a divine plan. You've got trust in two different places. Inner peace, revenge, and addicted. Please try and inhabit the energy you wish to be surrounded by. So if you want to be happy, if you want to be in love, live the energy of love, try to find things to be happy about in any given moment. What is coming to us in the coming year is building blocks. With Between Worlds, 2021 is looking like a year where you're going to be reestablishing safety, reestablishing stability, and it is all to bring you a much happier state of being. Understand that none of your efforts are wasted, even though 2020 has felt a little bit like the stolen year. Understand Between Worlds, gosh, that's a spirit mediumship type of card. That is about being guided from beyond. It is a transition year for you, it looks like. If you're transitioning from 2020, that can only be good. I have happy family, good, and the thinking woman. That's very good as well. That is, I love the theme of happiness is here as well, with magical blessings and then the thinking woman. Try to be guided by what you know to be right. Don't let your baser emotions guide you, like revenge or anger. And I'm not scolding you. We all struggle with these things. We all feel like we've been done wrong by somebody, and sometimes we really and truly have. But the best thing to do is to seek justice, to find balance. And it looks like after a period of extreme change, you are moving into a much more settled energy that will bring you greater peace, greater happiness, and more stability by next Samhain. We have self-confidence, strong belief, and a sense of self-worth. And then also I have the Atlantic Puffin, be independent, look to the future and thrive. And then Keel Build Toucan, take time out for fun. That is one more message from my workaholic collective. Self-confidence. That is one of the building blocks. That is the thinking woman as well. It will make you happier. Your stability, your security will be coming from within. That addicted card, I attract a lot of empaths, and we are very, very prone to codependency because we feel other people's feelings. We're kind of like a thermometer for emotions. And so other people can be very important to us. We have to kind of learn how to be important to ourselves first and foremost. Remember, it is great to have a person, but we start out being our own person, and that gives us the best and healthiest relationships. After that, happy family. It does look like a much happier year. And then whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. Now, are these really the fairies? As I say over and over again, please do not summon fairies. They actually do expect payment. Do not work with anything you do not understand. These are often actually spirits of air. There are a lot of different types of magical entities and non-human entities, but there are also spirits of air that are often mistaken for fairies. And they're a type of angel. I have intuition and manifestation, the universe, and then idle hours. Take some time out to lie on the emerald grass. You were also told, that's the second time that you got a message about kicking back and taking time out for fun. Hello, my workaholic collective, Empath Nation. You work too hard. You try to single-mindedly focus on something to achieve results. Your ancestors are letting you know that they are trying to communicate with you through your intuition to help you manifest magical blessings, and that the world is available to you in extra dimensional space, meaning here in the 3D, it's important to be anchored in the 3D, but try and meditate. If you can't meditate, listen to guided meditations as you fall asleep. It will actually bring more and more messages to you. Vision oil, That is one of the places. Always trust your intuition. It's not just your imagination. It took me a really long time to figure out I was genuinely psychic. I just thought I was really good at figuring out what was going to happen because I had a good imagination. All right, idle hours, take some time out to lie on the emerald grass. This is another card for grounding as well. If you are struggling to connect to your guides, your guardians, your ancestors, and your angels, then the easiest thing to do is to make sure that you are in an energetic balance that has appropriate amounts of fun, appropriate amounts of work, appropriate amounts of rest. Being in a good balance and being grounded is one of the best things you can do to tap in and to clear up the energetic space around you to allow for a greater discourse between you, your guides, and your ancestors. All right, and there's ancestral magic present here. Okay, yeah, no, we have a bunch of practitioners this time. We have a bunch of practitioners, yay! So, you are actually being aided from beyond the veil. You are one of a long line of people who have been able to bring about your will. Some of you practice, and some of you just notice that things you're concentrating on have a tendency to happen. You don't have to work in a discipline. You don't have to do magic to do magic. Every time I'm doing magic, these are essentially props to focus my will and to allow my will to manifest in this realm. Whenever I sign a petition, for clients, I always send them pictures of their petition before I anoint and sign it. And one of the phrases I use to cast a spell is, my will made manifest, so it is, so it will be, so it is. And so that is, we are trying to take our thoughts and make them into a form that is felt in this reality. And that is what this particular energy is trying to help you do. You have ancestral magic on your side. You also have those who are trying to relieve the burdens of the past. All right, so we're going to go with the Celtic deck to start with a predictive spread, and then I will clarify with my steampunk deck, which for me is a spirit medium deck. Let's get going here. What do we have to say to pile number one? I have the Seven of Cups in reverse. For me, that's a spell, but that is a manifestation card. I get this particular card for doing magic, for spell work. When I get it in reverse, whenever I'm doing a reading on what a working is doing, it means that something is landing. So understand that part of the role of doing magic, part of the role of manifestation, is making sure that you are in some way anchoring it to the 3D. And how do you do that? Being very grounded. There are, in the type of magic that I do, there are multiple ingredients that help things manifest in this realm. Flax seeds, star anise. A lot of money conjure oils will also work to help anchor things to the 3D and help them manifest in this realm, because it's very tangible. Although there's, Bitcoin and all kinds of, electronic transfers, for the most part, money is still something that can be held, can be touched. It's tangible. All right, let's get going. What else do we have here? You coming? There we go. Five of Cups in reverse. That is the lessening of emotional pain. Here's the sense that I'm getting. After a period of extreme transition, oh, you feel like you've been put inside of the Vitamix and like the high-speed motor turned on. Everything has been confusing for a while. Two of Pentacles in reverse, leaving you feeling very out of balance. Things happened throughout the course of, if it wasn't the last year, it was the last 2 years, but I think for a lot of you it is the last year, that you were not anticipating. I have the Three of Wands in the upright. That is that kind of ship coming in energy. It is your will, again, being made manifest. It is also a return of your efforts. What are our spirit guides saying here? Ancestors, what are you saying for Samhain? So Samhain, part of the reason it's important to honor where you have come from and who is aiding you is it just gives your magic that little extra oomph. And do you have to be doing magic to get worth out of this particular reading? No. We're all looking for guidance. We're all looking for help. Here we go. Hanged Man in reverse. Eight of Swords in the upright. Six of Wands in reverse. Empress in reverse. No, I'm sorry, that is the High Priestess in reverse. I have the Hermit in reverse. I have the Six of Swords in the upright. Okay. All right. Okay. I guess we'll take you as well in case we need more. All right. Two of Wands in the upright. I have the Knight of Wands in the upright. I have the Sun in reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse. Three of Cups in the upright. Three of Pentacles in reverse. That happens to me all the time. One in the upright, one in reverse. Half the time I think it's codes from the light workers. King of Swords in the upright. This is also the card of the spirit of air, the advanced spirit of communication, which is also the Archangel Gabriel. But this is also truth, clarity. It can be spiritual workings as well. And this is a card for more of a spiritual journey than a physical one. The Six of Swords in the upright is sometimes it is slipping away in the night, but most often it is about rescue and escape. Find healthy forms of escapism rather than addiction. Four of Swords in reverse, taking action. Nine of Pentacles in the upright, abundance with the Knight and also independence. And the Knight of Cups. Okay, so for our addiction people, listen, I just did a reading for a client I actually really like yesterday who is very focused on wanting a relationship. And I don't blame her. She's a wonderful young woman. But the problem becomes if you're so focused on another person completing your life, you're wasting your life. The potential of happiness, not your whole life, but rather the potential for happiness within a given moment when you don't have somebody. Try to be happy within your own energy, within your own company, and then you'll always have better relationships and attract better partners with other people because you're not looking for them to complete you, you're looking for them to complement you, and that is a different type of energy. So, that is that Nine of Pentacles in the upright. That is self-reliance, it is independence, and the knowledge that it is better to be by oneself than to be with the wrong person. Apparently, once you achieve this mindset, you do have love coming to you. That does look to be within 2021. Do we have actual messages from spirits here, please? Oh, okay. For understandable reasons, you have not been with enough people in 2020. You haven't been spending time with friends. You haven't been doing the things that would normally help give a balancing energy. Understand that there will be more of that in 2021. Your ancestors have been trying to support you, particularly in your sleep. Particularly in your sleep, they've been trying to communicate with you. You may have been having very disturbing dreams because you have some energetic walls up around being communicated with. You're blocking out. There's been some trauma in your past, and it's caused a block around your ability to commune with your guides, your guardians, your ancestors, and your angels. And when it comes to your ancestors, they are simply trying to imbue you with power versus particularly communicate with you about specific choices. They're here to support you energetically, and they're here to help aid you from beyond. Some of you have felt particularly alone. Instead of feeling independent, you feel very isolated. Understand that that is something that they're going to be clearing up for you in 2021. Be very aware of synchronicities. Be very aware of where your mind wanders to as you're daydreaming. That is your ancestors trying to communicate. As for what you can do to try and release things on the full moon, it would be an excellent time, and that is the full moon in Taurus, Taurus my people. It is an excellent time to try and release vices as well. It is a blue moon, and you did get the addicted card. And we can be addicted to foods, we can be addicted to people, we can be addicted to behavior patterns. Examine your life for something that you do, even if it is no longer serving you. And most things start out we do them because they're fun, and then sometimes we lose control of them and they start controlling us. So the full moon in Taurus is also going to be an excellent time. There's so much going on that day. There is just so much going on that day. If you can, dedicate the time to a little bit of meditation. It's a great time to set an intention candle. Look into the flame. Do not blow it out, snuff it out before you go to bed, and ask to receive messages from beyond, because your passed on loved ones are also able to contact you at that particular time. All right, what do I have here? I have the Knight of Swords in reverse with the King of Cups in the upright, with the Four of Swords, that is sleep. Four of Swords in the upright with the Hermit in the upright. By the way, you will be getting out a lot more. You felt very limited in 2020 for understandable reasons. They want you to know that in the coming year, you're going to be aided and guided towards new activities, new experiences, and you're not going to be forced to do anything. So if I just said that sentence and you're like, no, I love my home, I love to be inside, I'm very introverted, I don't feel peaceful around other people, understand you're not going to be forced to do anything, but you are holding yourself back from greater happiness and more emotional fulfillment. The Hanged Man in reverse means your perspective will be changing on a multitude of things, including your place in this world. More and more will be revealed to you throughout the course of the coming year. You're likely a light worker if you've been drawn to my collective. You're also likely an empath who may be developing psychic gifts. 8 of Swords in the upright. Take the time to do the energetic preparation that is balancing, that is making sure that you live in a balanced energy, including socializing with others, to have that good kind of foundation for trying to reach up and beyond. 6 of Wands in reverse, you did not make the progress you wanted to in 2020, but sorry about that. So you did not make the progress that you wanted to in 2020, but 2021 is going to rectify that situation. It was a season of loss for you, and 2021 is a season of gain. Understand that you will be directed and guided. The Sun in reverse says that it is a lot of things that you took the time to kind of sow the seeds for will start to see fruition. There'll be a lot less stress, a lot more friendships available to you, and a greater... You're a voice of leadership among people, though. Try and honor that. The Spirit Guide deck brings us the King of Cups. That is the divine energy. The death here is in the short-term outlook. Now, what does that mean? It does mean passed on loved ones. By the way, every now and then, and I happen to be one of them, like I don't come from a good family. I come from a very, very difficult family, and like a very small one. And so the people that I know who are no longer gone are not people I'd ever think of, are no longer here, are not people I'd ever try and contact. So for the most part, whenever I'm like in any contact with spirits, it's other people's relatives. It is something, you don't need to be afraid of it. It's not the same thing as seeing ghosts. Our spirit guides are often people who have lived before us. Sometimes they're relatives, sometimes they're complete strangers to us, sometimes they are people who are trying to work off their earthbound karma. Try and be receptive to the messages that are being brought to you. They are being brought to you by essentially things that wish you well, things that are trying to help you achieve. You do need to spend more time in meditation and contemplation and energetic exercises to increase your energetic wellness. If you've been having trouble making things manifest, that is part of it. You have not been preparing properly. Instruction's just a very important part. It just is. There's also, and that revenge card is still haunting us a little bit. You have repressed anger issues, apparently. This is not going to hold true for everybody. It is a general read. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But it looks like there are some repressed anger issues that would be greatly aided by making sure you have a better work-life balance. Some of that has not been in your control, but remember in 2021 it will be. Your ancestors want you to know that even though you may feel tempted, you felt tempted to surrender on multiple fronts over the course of 2020. Understand that there's going to be a great payoff in efforts in 2021. A lot of what you did in this year will come to you over the course of the next year. That was one of our biggest lessons in this collective was patience. I am going to go ahead and see if there's anything else that the ancestors would like to add. We're going to go to spooky, and I am going to pull some romance angels. Is there anything we need to know about relationships? They're such an important part of life to people. What does group number 1 need to know about their romantic relationships? If you're already paired up and you don't want to make any kind of change, then understand that this message may not be for you. But if you are, let's see what happens here. All right, what have we got? What do the ancestors have to say about love lives? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. The thing is we really can't, we don't have a lot of control over who we're attracted to. Although people become more attractive to us as we know them better. But that, a lot of times I will be reading for someone and like describing somebody and they'll be making these faces like, listen, everybody would like an Instagram model for a partner. Genuinely, everybody would like somebody who's just beautiful and attracts the eye of everybody else. That's not what really makes a person. Good looks are not handed out on merit. It's just genetics. Try to be open to getting to know a person. Sooner or later, you get very used to how somebody looks. But if a person is really worthwhile, then that endures. It's not a surface level thing. Try to remember this is a card of trying to remind us. Release your ex, pay attention to the red flags. Once prone to codependency, it is something you need to be aware of. It is something you need to counteract throughout. And it isn't like, I think part of the reason people don't like the word codependency is that they're afraid it means like you can't have relationships anymore. That's not what it means. It means you need to improve your relationship to yourself. And that when you are in relationships, you keep a close eye on whether or not you're losing your identity to it. All right, we want one more and then we're going to call it a read on this one. So, that. All right, underneath the chair. So, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I didn't get a lot on partners and visions. This may be a group that is already a little bit paired up. Trust that there's a divine plan. That's the request for the remainder of this calendar year. I think you are going to be finishing out a time of transition. It's going to be a little bit difficult to believe at points that this is all purposeful. And as I am always saying, not everything really is for your highest good. People make choices. Sometimes we make choices. We can be the victim of their choices and we can be the victim of our own choices. And it's not part of a divine plan. Instead, we have, kind of a spirit guide rescue team that's like, oh God, why did you do that? We're here, we're trying, over here. They will try really hard. That happens. And sometimes absolutely terrible things happen as well. And that's not part of a divine plan either, but we do get extra assistance when something has gone wrong. So this is Spooky, a divine message deck, who is asking you to rely on your community, your friends, to be more social. It will help relieve your anxieties. You spend too much time ruminating. That's coming through super, super clearly. You're not meditating, you're ruminating. Meditating is when you try and clear your mind and allow the universe to bring to you what you need to know. Ruminating is when you focus and you particularly go over things in the past. A lot of times it has to do with truly sometimes things that happen are incredibly unfair and damaging and difficult to get over. But there is nothing to be gained about going over that wasn't fair. Sometimes it really, really isn't. And understand that it's not a punishment or a judgment. And that there are entities and elements in this world trying to help you move past it. Try and participate in that. Try and participate in releasing the past. There's a lot to try and release, particularly on October 31st. It is an incredibly potent moon. And the full moon is excellent for releasing. Try and release the unhappiness of the past that is actually, oh my goodness, I did it again. 10 in reverse, 10 in the upright. It is a complete cycle. It is a complete cycle. One of the things that's happening on Samhain, Halloween, is that you are going to have finally completed a cycle of transition. The pieces are falling into place throughout the remainder of 2020, and 2021 through to the next Halloween or Samhain is going to bring you a more complete picture and a greater idea of why the things happened that they did. Look for more ability to communicate with your spirit guides as long as you are doing the energetic preparation and the appropriate meditation. And I want one more. Ace of Cups in reverse. Maybe one more. Okay. Death card in reverse. Okay. There is a need to address a tendency towards anger that you have not processed yet. That is something over the course of the next year that appears to be your kind of internal project, is to work on releasing the anger of the past, the slights of the past, without a need for revenge. Not everything is for our highest good, but things can't be undone. They can't be undone, and the best thing to do is do your best to heal. Heal. Some things are terrible, but if you concentrate most of your energy on healing from them, you can move past them and beyond them. And I know sometimes it feels like those who have done us wrong do not see justice. Understand that you never will really know what their internal life is like, so the best thing you can do is work on your own to live in the best energy that you can, and understand that your ancestors are always with you, supporting you, guiding you, and aiding you power. Thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, there's an insert in a moment that contains the information on how to contact me, and my website has all my prices. I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to drop a comment in the comment section down below to enter my free reading giveaway, I give away a 60-minute free reading once a month, every month for the remainder of 2020. I do draw one name and then a backup name, and if I can't find either, I do let it go. And I couldn't find 2 months worth of winners. I tried and I just couldn't find anybody. So be sure to check the community page if you're entering, please. And let's see, is there anything else? Don't forget that on the actual full moon, there is going to be the ability to concentrate and to communicate. The veil is going to be very thin, and it is in fact a full moon. And Taurus, my people, remember, it's your lucky full moon. Take care, be well, and I will see you next Samhain. Welcome back. If you chose candle number 2, pile number 2, then this is your candle. This is your reading. All candles were anointed with a spirit mediumship and meditation aiding oil called Green Fairy. It is by Inexplicable Things. I think it is limited edition, so it may not be that easy to get. I'm not affiliated. I just like their products. And then it was also anointed with psychic cleansing oil. If you were drawn to this pile, it's possible you contain energetic wounds. We'll find out what they may be. All right, so from the Dark Mirror and the Soul's Destiny, we have things that we're going to try to release. Remember, it is a blue moon and a full moon on October 31st, and it is the full moon in Taurus. Taurus, my people. All right, so the Sacred Traveler and the Fairy Oracle is what will come to me before Yule. This is what we need to release, what will come to me before Yule, what is coming to us in the coming year, and then what do our spirit guides want us to know. All right, okay, let's get going here. Sorry, I have to check my notes. It gets a little complicated. All right, so what we're trying to release is this me and perchance to dream? Ooh. Okay, your vision of yourself is slightly, you don't see yourself clearly. Sometimes you hold yourself back, sometimes you have self-limiting beliefs, and you don't pursue that which you're trying to achieve. Deciding to do something is not the same thing as acting upon that decision, and it's something to keep in mind. If you decided, I'm going to quit smoking, or whatever it might be, until such time as you're not smoking, it's not the same thing as actually quitting. And that's this particular energy. Follow through, have enough belief in yourself to follow through, and then also be very careful with, if you have lesser moments, if you have bursts of temper, if you have moments of pettiness, we all do. We're all fighting to find energetic balance. Understand that that is not all defining. None of us are defined by the very worst thing we ever did or the very best thing we ever did, but rather a culmination of everything that we have done. So try and invest if you have had a slip, if you've had a fall, if you haven't been a person you can admire in some instances, know that you can change that. Change is just a series of choices. And then solitude, hooray, with security. So you are also going to be less alone in the coming year, and your security will, all feelings of insecurity and all feelings of fear that are based in something other than fact. Sometimes we are far more secure than we believe ourselves to be, and try to remember, if 2020 has proven anything, it is that things can change on a moment's notice, and that which we have relied upon to make us safe may not even be available. Try to live don't completely release the need to plan for the future, but don't be a slave to it either. What will come to us before Yule is purity. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart and within it, and you will find the answer to your question. This is going to be healing happiness coming to you. With distant thunder, clear the air. Purity and clear the air is also, you have energetic healing to do. You do. Perchance to dream, is this me? You also have developed an attitude that nothing good is ever going to happen to you. You're defining, remember, things can change. And one of the things that helps that is believing that they can. Even if you've had like, I've had a really rough ride up until this very moment. And some people have. And trust me, like there are long periods of my life I just don't even tell people about because they were that hard. But if you keep going forward with hope and belief, at least there is the chance that you will be able to impact things. And if you sit back and say nothing ever happens, nothing good will ever happen to me, then you're almost guaranteeing it. Risk faith, risk hope, and risk trying, and know that your ancestors and angels and guides and guardians are there to help and promote and protect you. And if you haven't felt promoted, protected, and guided, then understand that it's partially because belief is a higher vibrational energy. Disbelief, cynicism, negative thinking, these are all lower vibrational energies. They may be trying very hard to reach you. Purity is about releasing dark energies. October 31st is a full moon, and it is also a blue moon. It is an excellent time to do healing, clearing, protective magic as well. And then I have what is coming to us in the coming year, and that's going to be 2020. Loyal heart, yay. With To the Sea, a man holding a coin, and then the world. It looks to me like a loyal partnership is coming to you. It could be a business partnership. It is also going to bring to you, it is a journey. It is a journey. You're going to have to allow yourself to release some things from the past. That purity, and To the Sea as well. It is always a good idea to get down to a fresh source of water. That can be the ocean, it can be a river, it can be a stream. If you don't have access to one, saltwater baths, which are about 1.5 cups of Epsom salt, 1.5 cups of sea salt, and you can add essential oils if your skin can tolerate them. And put an intention candle in there. And I listen to chakra balancing meditations while I take spiritual baths, and it does help draw away your darker energies, clean up your chakras, and make you more powerful. Try to release the pain from the past. You may be identifying too much with your pain. It's one thing to understand that you've survived a great deal. Don't let that definition hold you back from thriving. Love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. Between loyal heart and love charm, it's looking pretty good. And what do your ancestors need you to know? Ruby-throated hummingbird. Take courage and the world will reward you with bounty. That is being willing to take the risks that you need to achieve that which you want. We sometimes get stuck in one place, afraid to move forward because we are afraid it won't work out. And it might not, but there is no way to have increase without pushing forward into it. We have rhinoceros hornbill. Perfect trust will be rewarded with its like. Try to have faith. Try to have faith that there is, even if you've experienced difficulties, understand if you're watching this, they could have been a lot worse. And maybe you really have been supported all the way through, even as things have gone wrong. I see people in all kinds of conditions and in all kinds of circumstances. There are people who don't have enough to eat, are being evicted, and their health is, if you have your health in any functional capacity, a place to sleep and enough to eat, understand that is so much more than some other people have. And it is not discounted as a blessing because it's, hey, I'm being sustained in my existence. Some truly aren't. Understand that you are blessed even if you don't have everything that you want. We have grounded. Keep to your roots and stand taller than the trees. This is messages from your spirit guides. With fear and peace. So, because you're afraid things will go wrong, you are actually blocking out your ability to be tranquil, to be peaceful. You try to anticipate things that will go wrong as a problem-solving technique, and it spins out into anxiety. Work on your root chakra as much as you can. That is where fear is contained. Understand that you will be aided in this process. It is one of the things that will allow you to communicate much better. So much of what you have done is going to be manifesting in the next year. You're so tired. I think you've been alone. I think you've been alone and you're very tired of it. I have the the Page of Pentacles in the upright with the Page of Cups in the upright. There we go. 6 of Cups in the upright. Five of Pentacles in the upright in the recent past, Three of Swords in the upright, with the Three of Cups in the upright. Remember, threes are a great energy of balance. You've experienced kind of a lot of pain and loss. That's that Three of Pentacles energy. I have the Page of Wands in the upright with the Fool in the upright. What's coming to you is a release of the pain of the past, aided by your ancestors, your guides, and your guardians. Allow that to, particularly on October 31st, which is a full moon, which is great for releasing, concentrate on releasing the energies of the past and being clear and present for the future, and know that you have a lot of energetic assistance. And apparently, and that could be an earth sign, by the way, because the man holding a coin is the same thing almost as the King of Pentacles. It could be with an earth sign, it could be, but gender is a little bit meaningless in tarot, and it's mostly that this is a good, secure energy with a good partnership and love. King of Pentacles just came out. All right, hopefully people are getting busy. Let's get this going. I have the Five of Wands in reverse. That is peace. With the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, that is success. Peace and success are trying to come to you. All right. I have the Death card in reverse. That is transformation, with the World in the upright in two different places. Group number 2. Understand that you may not be aware of it, but you already are very much under the guidance of a good team. I have the Chariot in reverse with the Ten of Swords in reverse. Gosh, you've been in a lot of pain. Three of Wands in the upright with the King of Swords in the upright. Nine of Pentacles in the upright. Judgment in the upright. Card of what I do. This is the advanced spirit of communication. As is the King of Swords, can be one of the representations of the advanced spirit of communication, which is essentially the spirit of air. It's the, there are multiple spirits of air, but it's a little bit of a hierarchy. All right, so I have the Seven of Pentacles in the upright with the Six of Wands in reverse, and then I want a couple more. And then the Sun in reverse with the Wheel in the upright. Okay, so much of what you have done this year is going to see fruit and bear fruit in 2021. You need to release the pain of the past. You do, and you have a team that is trying to assist you, and you're a little bit resistant to it. You're a little bit resistant to it, and it's not because you're defining yourself as a victim. It's not. Although in the past you felt pretty victimized, I think it's because you have not actually been the luckiest person around in terms of some personal developments. You're trying to protect yourself by staying by yourself. Your guides are asking you to please try not to do that. Please try not to do that. Nothing is gained by remaining in solitude. Yes, it will be more difficult for somebody to hurt you again, but you will not know joy at the level that you truly want to. And they are trying to bring somebody to you. They are trying to bring somebody to you. Here's the thing, I think there's somebody you want it to be. I think there's somebody you want it to be. Is it that person? Well, we're going to ask the romance angels as well. But I do have the Six of Cups in the foundational card. That's what the situation stands on. 333. Is it this person? We'll find out. This is the spirit deck. It's actually the steampunk deck, but I use it to communicate with spirits. So I'm going to see if anything comes out for this. Is there anything we need to add? Can I get anything more here? So partnership is coming to you in the coming year. I have the Nine of Swords in the upright. That fear, that anxiety, that kind of constantly trying to figure out what can go wrong, it lowers your vibration. Try your best to break those obsessive thought patterns. Make sure that you're grounding. Make sure that you're energetically clearing yourself. You can both sage yourself and Palo Santo yourself as well. Don't forget to energetically cleanse your home. The Fool in the upright, the Fool in the upright. That is a brand new beginning, but it's an exuberant and happy one. I think you have a new relationship coming to you. I don't think you've been involved in the past. You may already know each other. Let's see. Yeah, there's the Six of Cups. It is somebody from your past. Six of Swords in the upright. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Tower in the upright with the Ten of Wands in the upright. Interesting. There is going to be a complete, and then the Ten of Cups in the upright. Whoa, 10, 10, 10 with the Tower in the middle. Okay, so there's a lot coming to you. You have the world all over the place. There is, gosh, you've been so insecure and so stressed out and so unhappy. Your ancestors have been beside you in absolutely everything. You're angry at them. You're angry. They kind of don't blame you because you got a rotten deal on something. It's being rectified. Understand that by this time next year, you won't have these questions. Instead, you'll be more in touch with them, far more powerful, standing in an energy that you're very aware that you created. The Ace of Pentacles in the upright, the Ace of Cups in the upright. You will be successful and happy. They are trying to make sure that you are guided at every turn. They are bringing more and more abundance to you. You are actually going to get to the point where you will look back at the past and understand, well, that needed to happen so I could get here, and I'm glad that it did. And you won't believe me even a tiny little bit from what I just said. You like, there's like a part of you just said, oh no, I will not, lady. As hard as it is to believe, you're going to be able to look back and look at some of the, and you've had like almost catastrophic things happen to you. You're going to be able to look back and say, sure, that was terrible and it was painful and I didn't think I was even going to survive, but it is why I was in this time and place to have this wonderful and transformative thing happen. And that is not the same thing as saying this terrible thing happened to you for your highest good. Everybody who watches me for more than 5 minutes knows how strenuously I object to that as a notion. It's not always true. Sometimes it is. They are constructing the absolute best reality out of the choices that you made. You are being supported, you are being transformed, and you are being brought to kind of a better place for you. Let's get some romance angels to see what was happening with it, because you also looked like you had a relationship coming to you. What was your candle again? It was psychic cleansing oil. To receive joy in the future, you have to release the slights, the pains of the past. And here's the thing, like somebody hurt you so much that you're not even sure that you ever want to be with another person. That's how badly. It was like an emotional maiming. They're going to be taken care of. That is what your ancestors are like hopping up and down wanting you to know. Because you don't think it's true right now. Right now, you think that like they got away scot-free. And in fact, they appear to be having more fun than you are. Wait and see. There is something coming that will make you feel much better about everything that has happened and understand the ways in which you were supported and guided and protected all along. Come on, I'd like a card. Okay, 2 more times. I'm going to put you down and cut if you want to spit something out. Okay? And I'm still going to do it. And then it's my decks. All right, what's coming to you? Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost self, your bond deepens. Express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together. Free yourself and flirt. I think you already know this person. It's possible that you don't. And by the way, if you're already paired up, then that just means this part of the message is not for you. In a general reading, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So your psychic cleansing oil. Your psychic cleansing oil is about healing wounds of the past to receive the blessings of the future. And your ancestors are asking that you do that so that they can have a better kind of dialogue with you. And you may not remember it, but you've been in so much pain that you can't be communicated with very easily. And you're not clinging to it. You're not. you're not damaged or broken, but wow, you were injured. And you're having a super hard time letting go of it enough to trust anything. King of Swords in reverse, you are blocking out your spirit guides. With the Four of Pentacles in the upright, because you've got your guard up too much to new experiences, and you have lost faith in your team. On Samhain, they want you to know it is a transformative energy. Try to connect, and they will help you release. Try to connect, and they will help you release. The World in reverse, to start a new cycle. And it will be and you don't, listen, by the way, if you see this and you didn't and you see it afterwards and you didn't do a releasing energy, understand that that doesn't impede anything. They're still going to try and help you, but you can aid the process by engaging in ritual. With the moon, a spiritual journey, that is the Eight of Cups in the upright, with the full moon, the moon card. This is the moon on October 31st. Is a full moon. It is a blue moon. It is incredibly potent. It is also the full moon in Taurus, which is great for grounding, and we're earth signs, and so it's also very good for security. Release your fears, your pain, and the slights of the past to have more earthly security in all of its forms. Is there anything else, Spooks? I'm going to put you down. Eight of Pentacles in the upright. That is working towards mastery of something. 2 8s as well. You have something that is a long-term soul connection, and it's been a difficult one. It's been a difficult one. Is it 100% a romance? I do not know. We hear relationship and we think automatically romance. Not all relationships are romances, but you had a bunch of energies that suggested you're going to have a romantic partner. So be open and understand that even though this year has been very, very difficult, it was setting a stage for something, and your ancestors, they want to guide you and they want to communicate with you, and they are really genuinely sorry for all of the pain that you have been in, and they're simply asking that you understand they didn't cause it. So please don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button if you want to enter my free reading giveaway. Drop a comment in the comment section down below, and I really do my best to find my winners. You guys are elusive sometimes. If you want to contact me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment with all the information on how to find me to do that. My website has all my prices, and I would love a chance to read for you in real life. Understand that Samhain is available to all, no matter what belief system you follow, and it is a wonderful time to release energies from the past. Take care, be well, and commune with the other side. Hello and welcome back. If you chose candle number 3, pile number 3, then this is your candle, this is your reading. And your candle was anointed first with green fairy oil, which is a conjure for spirit mediumship and to communicate on the other side. The veil is very thin on October 31st, which is Samhain. And it does allow us to communicate with our ancestors. In multiple belief systems, this is true. There's a lot of validity to it. It is also considered by some to be the true New Year. Okay, I have psychic intuition oil on your candle as well. That is how your ancestors are going to try and communicate with you throughout the coming year. We have multiple different cards bringing us what we need to release, what the New Year is bringing to us, what the next 12 months is bringing to us. Oh, I'm sorry. What will come to us before Yule is this particular pile. This is what will come to us over the course of the next year, and these are the messages from your spirits. And then we're also going to do a Celtic cross with my Celtic deck. All right, so we're trying to release, triumph of lies and fragmentation. Your trust has been just decimated. Try to reestablish your trust. You were badly injured by somebody that you trusted, and it's really dented you, and it's impeding their ability to communicate with you as well. I have adventures and then release. You need to release you're being too guarded. You're not allowing enough experience in. You're seeking safety this way. Understand that you are protected. You are far safer than you believe yourself to be. Even if you are not in ideal circumstances, understand if you still have enough to eat and a place to live, you are in fact protected, and that things can increase and things can improve. Adventures, once you're able to release the fragmented energy that is your damaged trust that has left you out of balance, understand that more and more will come to you. You will have a developing of gifts and of being able to communicate more freely. Your intuition, and I'm almost exclusively appeal to empaths. Empaths are this close to psychic as it is, and a lot of people who are attracted to me have developing psychic gifts and the ability to do magic. And a lot of light workers who are being activated are also coming to me. In order to perform your function as a light worker, you do need to release the feeling that people are out to get you or that life is a lot of pain. And I am not mocking that even a little. You've actually been through it, and you're badly scarred from various experiences where you tried to extend your love and trust to others, and it was misused, and you were badly, badly damaged by it. That was not part of a higher plan, and everything that you have been experiencing of the last 12 months or so has been your guides, your guardians, your ancestors trying to help you. But you've been in so much pain, you're blocking them out, and you receive messages and won't believe them, because you've stopped believing that good things are coming to you. Try to release that doubt. Try to release the triumph of lies, man. And basically, a person did this to you. And you're letting it negate everything that is beyond, because this person is like kind of rotten to the core, and you didn't know it and you didn't see it, and you're angry with your team for not illustrating it more. They actually did. You're just, like a lot of empaths, you have trouble seeing darker motives because you don't necessarily possess them. It doesn't make you a perfect person. Like, you can be scheming and manipulative and all the things that everybody can be. Absolutely everybody can be. We all try and get what we want. Even incredibly good people are occasionally trying to achieve a goal. And that's not what I'm talking about. What I mean is that you're falling into an energy that is blocking out delight and wonder and hope. And you're doing it because of a person who, the reason that you're watching this and they're no longer having a lot of sway over you is that your ancestors are trying, like they've been working on this, and they worked with your guides and your guardians as well. And you have a lot of ancestral power behind you. You have both, you've got ascended masters too. You've got ascended masters. You're being guided towards a higher purpose to utilize something that is very innate that you don't think of as being that special, but it really is. So we have abundance coming to you before Yule. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have in fairyland and human land. There's enough abundance for everyone. So this is also the triumph of lies and fragmented energy. Fragmentation is when we do not have divine flow because we are distracted by kind of the minutia of our existence. And then we have stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. That is that ascended master energy trying to come to you, trying to help you step into a power that you are, because something happened to you, you think it has something to do with you. I think you trusted the wrong person, and you've wondered if you're naive. You're not naive. You're not naive. You were pretty good and trusting, and a predator found you. And they have been trying to trap that predator for a long time. And I think they've got it caged now. So try and move forward and understand that the very reason that the person who hurt you so much was so attracted to you is because you have so much power. They could sense it, and you have a lot of light as well. So what's coming to you over the course of the coming year? TikTok with, come to the edge. Okay, time of transition. A little bit more change is coming to you, but I think it is second chakra, Archangel Ariel, and you're powering up with the seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. Divine light is trying to flow through you. You're stepping into your purpose over the course of the next 12 months. Your ancestors are participating in this. You also have guides and guardians and ancestors trying to participate in an evolution. You're evolving. You're evolving. And don't be scared. It doesn't mean that the old you dies. It's okay that you miss a quieter life. You miss a quieter life. There was too much disruption. It may have been just in the last year, but it may have been in the last few years. And you're not wrong. You're not going back to that quiet of a life. It's because you're needed. All right, we have power symbol. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. Okay, that helps with fragmentation. That will help you feel more powerful. Adventures. See, here's the thing. I don't think you like hearing that. I think you want to like have peace. And that may not be what you're stepping into. But what you're stepping into is wonder. Okay? So the messages from your guides are: the dodo, tread lightly on the earth. Watch your carbon footprint. Watch your carbon footprint. Where I live, I'm very much considering changing where I live because I'm in too much space for like I'm one person to have. And it's partially because it's really bothering me, the impact on the environment. Try to be mindful of those things. It doesn't mean that you have to, get a composting toilet and have zero waste. Just do your best. Do your best in order to make a difference in the world. The world kind of has to be here. All right, and then we have, and also the other thing about this is treat your friendships, your family, and your connections that are good, because you've been rejecting people because you're so hurt. You keep people at a distance because you don't want to let people in any longer. Understand that connections are rare. Don't throw them away. Even if there's difficulty around them, don't throw them away. We have Emperor Penguin. Small steps lead to profound metamorphosis. It has been a slow and plodding year, and you have not noticed how much has changed already. Okay, we have optimism, the loving man, and then flow from your ancestors. Go with the flow as water trickles down a stream. Do not hurry. Everything you want is coming to you. You do have a very loving presence in your life already. These are the messages from your ancestors. Allow things to happen in the time that they need. This is something that you keep doing. Because something hasn't happened in what you consider a timely fashion, to try and negate some things from the past. You want proof that, okay, did that all happen for a reason? No, not all of it did. Not all of it did. And watch me for 5 minutes and you'll get that lecture. It does not always happen for your highest good. But your remedy is coming to you at the state of your healing. And you're not being scolded for not being more healed. That fragmented energy, I think somebody almost destroyed you. They almost destroyed you, and you've taken some time to heal. You've taken some time to heal. That's okay. And I know that you wish it was much quicker. 8 of Cups in reverse. That is a returning energy. There's more time than you think. There's more time than you think. You keep thinking you're old, and you're not. You're not. And you don't look old either. You keep examining yourself to see if you look older, and you don't. You don't. First of all, you have a lot of magical energies. You have ancestral magic. You have been incarnated over and over again, and each time you're a really magical being. And it doesn't matter if you're not practicing right now. Not everybody's going to be working in a discipline, but you have the ability. You have the ability. And it's because it's followed you from lifetime to lifetime. It is part of why when things go wrong for you, they've gone kind of oh my God, levels of wrong. It's because you do everything with that added oomph. And unfortunately, that is also some of your trauma. But they're sorry. They've been watching you in what is a form of physical therapy for the soul. And you have struggled so much. And you've gotten furious with them. Just furious. How could you let this happen to me? They didn't let it happen to you. They tried really hard. They tried really hard to make it not happen. You wouldn't heed advice. You wouldn't heed signs, and that is not blaming you. When you love somebody, you love them so much. And you have a bad tendency to sacrifice yourself to that. So actually, the reason that you're watching this is that they finally just had to like bend reality to get you out of a bad situation. And you haven't liked some of the forms that's taken, and you think it's evidence that they weren't there and they weren't helping. It's actually quite the opposite. All right. Oh boy, 8 of Cups in reverse, 8 of Swords in the upright, 7 of Cups in reverse, with the 4 of Wands in the upright, Temperance in reverse. You are impatient and you're not healed yet. With the World in reverse, when you do, a new cycle begins. 6 of Pentacles in the upright, you need to seek that balance. You're still fragmented. I know I'm such a broken record. It's going to take a while. Like, it looks like somebody almost destroyed you. All right, I have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I have the 2 of Cups in reverse. I have the Knight of Wands, Page of Wands in reverse. With the Queen of Wands in the upright, you do deal with anger over the past. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse, it really is. 6 of Swords in the upright, 10 of Swords in the upright, the Magician in the upright with the 8 of Wands. I have the 6 of Cups in reverse, with the Page of Cups in the upright, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Strength card in reverse, with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Cleanse and purify. Listen, I don't even like saying it, and please don't get angry with me for it. What's going to happen for the next few months is you are continuing to heal. The anger that you feel towards fate and the divine is what you should feel at the person who hurt you. And you don't. You don't. You reserve that fury for the divine and that which is beyond us. And you are not being criticized and you're not being scolded. It is simply being pointed out to you that all of the, why would the divine do this? Why would the divine do that? They didn't. It was a person. It was the wrong person. It was just the person who got close to you and just hurt you so much. That's where that anger belongs. And you have not actually, you struggle with thinking that you're uniquely afflicted. And I am not criticizing you, I'm not. You actually have had some whoa levels of thing happen. That said, if you're going to say hey, wow, freakishly bad things can happen to me, please understand that your good luck after that is also equally things can go wrong at a level that kind of indicates how very powerful you are, and then the team that pulls your chestnuts out of the fire is partially that potent because you're that potent. But it was not for your highest good. It wasn't for your highest good. Part of the reason I say that over and over again, I'm just going to pick these up. If it's important, they'll come back. Part of the reason that I say that over and over again is that you're upset with fate when you need to be upset with the other people in your life. And not with yourself, but question your choices sometimes. Examine the ways in which, were there signs you ignored? Were there red flags that you didn't heed? Did you decide that, hey, the heart wants what the heart wants? And that is not to blame you or to scold you, but rather to take note so that you can still be connected, so that you can still believe. You are not being criticized for that, but you're being reminded that it was not simply a divine plan. It was, you're very focused, you're very targeted, and you wouldn't let go of something. You wouldn't let go of something. And that's what has caused so much pain. And the way to heal is to get appropriately angry with the person who did this to you. The person who did this to you. And it was not your divine team, and it was not your ancestors. And your ancestors can't talk to you because you're so angry. They want to. They're trying constantly. They're asking on Samhain if you will please dedicate some energy, light an intention candle, and try to communicate with them. They have been so concerned about you. And like I said, they practically stood reality on its head to try and help you. Please don't forget that part. If you really stop and think about it, you have been very protected during a very difficult time. Other people have had much worse experiences. We only ever live our own reality, and it's not a competition. I'm just saying, try to take stock of the situation. You had a soft landing place, even though like it was after a really, really hard fall. And I'm so sorry. I'm genuinely so sorry. But you are going to heal, and they are trying to help you. And you're not being told that it's your own fault. It's not. Like, there's stuff that went into why you made those choices. You're actually really brave and really resilient. It is the anger that is misplaced and being, okay, we'll take you, and being directed at God in some instances, the divine, gods, goddesses, angels. They simply want to help. This is the steampunk deck. I'm using it just for a little bit of extra spirit guide action. Okie dokie. Okay. We have the moon in the upright with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, to find your security again at the full moon, do a release energy to try and cleanse and purify the fragmented energies that exist because you're focusing your anger in the wrong place. It is making it retained within your root chakra. Oh, that was very eerie. There was like a wailing siren, and I swear it sounded like a person wailing within the house there for a moment. The Knight of Pentacles, that will help with restoring peace and serenity and tranquility to your life. These are things that don't even sound possible to you at the moment, as well as energetic balance. It will help you to drop your guard. The reason that things have not been coming to you easily is that you've got your shields up too high, because you do blame that which is beyond for the actions of a human being. And you're not at blame for your own, you're not. All you did was love somebody. They're asking you to learn the lessons so you can love more wisely in the future, because you do have things coming to you. We have the Nine of Wands in the upright, Justice in reverse, and then the Six of Pentacles with the Three of Wands in reverse as well. There is a situation that you're very, very, very concerned about. Is it going to be unfair? No, it's going to be very fair and balanced. It is going to be very fair and balanced. And after that, a lot of things will change. A lot of things will change. You do have some things coming to you that it's a little bit about come to the edge. There's some risks you're going to need to take. Your time is almost here for that. I'm going to pull some romance angels as well. Although with the amount of, and I can't tell if it's a romantic relationship, I can't. And it's a general read, so it means that this set of circumstances will fit multiple people. It's a little bit like how, they say there's really only one story and like it's told 12 different ways or something like that. I no longer recall. A little bit like that life experience is the same way. We have repeating patterns in life. We do. You got just like, it was like your whole soul was put through a cheese grater or something by another person. And you loved that person. You just loved them so, so very much. It's not love, and it's not connection, and you are not being denied a partner. You're still healing. You're still healing, and they're trying to let you know this is the last element to healing. Get angry at the appropriate, and like angry does not mean I walk around in rage and I'm poisoned. It just means understand that you're blaming a lot of factors for a terrible injury, and really mostly the blame is with one person who did a lot of things very knowingly. And your team, the reason you're here right now is your team finally just said enough. We don't care if we have to turn time backwards, we're fixing this. And they did. And your recovery process has been slow and difficult. We have stay optimistic about your love life, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Well, that's good. It does mean that there's somebody else for you. Retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. By the way, this is usually about a new relationship. It is. It can also be about withdrawing into self to heal, but let's see what else comes out. Can I get some more, please? And we're going to get a spooky to finish this pile out. Samhain is on. I have separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Oh, are you my poor twin flame group? I don't know that... Let's get one more card. I think you have a lot to achieve in 2021. Trust. The situation is calling on you to have faith, forgiving and learning. Let go of control issues. New love. It's not what you want to hear, but you are not quite ready for a relationship. You will be. You will be. You have to, and you don't have to do anything. When I say you have to do something, you have to do something. It would help. It would help the situation to, again, be angry with the appropriate person. You have trouble doing that because you love them so deeply. You love them so deeply, and you blame a lot of things, but you have trouble just blaming them and being appropriately angry with them. 8 of Cups in reverse. 6 of Swords in the upright. Returning to self after a spiritual journey. A delay that will be ended as well. What else do we have here? 5 of Cups in the upright. That was the Queen of Wands. Oh. Interesting. Can I get one more, please? You're going to be able to spiritually heal the pain within. You have a lot of grief around this injury. You have a lot of grief around this injury. Oh, you also feel the pain of others too much. It is part of a lack of balance allows inner conflict. You're too open to other people's pain. You're too open to other people's pain because you're in so much pain. That, again, is not a criticism. It's not a criticism. There is something you don't want to heal from because you don't want to release the good parts of it. Your ancestors are asking you on Samhain, which is an excellent time to release and to communicate with them as well because it's a full moon. That's great for releasing. The veil will be thinnest. The moon is very good for intuition as well. Try to tap in. Do a release ritual and then try to tap in. They have guidance for you. You do have relationships coming to you. You are not going to spend the rest of your life alone. You're not. For some of you, you are already very in love with somebody, and that is your person. There's a long path to that for some reason. There's a long path to that for some reason. It's worth taking. It's worth taking. Try to be more patient. The reason that you're not is that you're having trouble undertaking the last step in healing, which is just getting, placing the blame where it belongs. You blame yourself, but you don't blame that person. And they deserve it. They deserve it. Even if by some miracle you end up back with that person, some of you will, because there are multiple scenarios going on here, you still need to look at what they did. And for most of you, you need to look at what they did so that you can wash them out of your energetic hair forever. They don't have a place in your life. Somebody does, though. And what is holding that person back is that anger is protective. That's why it's so important to appropriately feel it. And it's not rage. It's not temper and bursts and outbursts and I get me. It's not that. It's that when somebody starts to injure you have the ability to say, hey, and shut it down. That's the role of anger. It can protect you. So, if you like this reading, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and please subscribe. Drop a comment in the comment section down below. I will enter you in the free reading giveaway and hopefully I'll be able to find my winners. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment with all the information on how to do that. Enjoy Samhain. Start making your plans now. It is an incredibly potent time. Release your negative energies, your pain. Direct your anger in the appropriate place so that it is righteous anger. And you will have more and more manifestations, and you do have love coming to you. You do have love coming to you. They love you. Your team loves you. The person you love loves you. There's a lot of time left in life. They're sorry you don't have what you want, but you're going to. You're going to. Keep going towards healing. Keep going towards healing. The next 12 months are going to be such a transformation for you. And by the time we're doing this again next year, your pile's going to have a lot of different messages and you're going to have a much better energy. Please understand. All they ever wanted to do was protect you. You're the person who's not as good at protecting you as you need to be. That's all they're asking. Learn to be more self-protective because it's part of having self-respect and knowing your own worth. Take care. Be well. I'll see you next Samhain. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 4, candle number 4, this is your candle, this is your reading. It has been an interesting and funky read so far, and you are pile number 4, and your candle was anointed first with green fairy oil. It is a conjure oil to aid mediumship and communication with spirits. I'm not affiliated, I just like their products. That is a limited edition. I am not entirely sure that it is still available. And then dream oil. So this means that your ancestors are going to try and communicate with you in dreams. And by the way, every time I anoint these candles, if I have any excess, I like rub it onto myself because it helps absorb things into me as well. I should have a very interesting night ahead of me. All right, black is for protection as well. So let's get going on what our various piles mean. This is what we need to try and release. It is a great time to release at the full moon. The full moon on October 31st is the full moon in Taurus, Taurus my people, and it is also the blue moon, and then it is also the time when the veil is thinnest in multiple belief system. It is the Celtic Fire Festival. I actually don't practice in a Celtic tradition. I use celestial angelic magic and universal and divine. But my mother is from Scotland, and so I have kind of an affinity for the Celts. Here is what's coming to us before Yule. Here is what's coming to us in the coming year, and these are our spirit guide messages. I'm also going to pull a predictive spread using my Celtic deck, which is usually about conflicts, but I wanted to bring it out because of Samhain. So, naked before the stars, I won't cry for you. Oh, that is releasing the energy of somebody who did you wrong, starting over. Somebody who tried to hurt you. That's what you need to release, the pain that was inflicted upon you on purpose. And it will bring you back your courage and power. Release this to have courage and power again. Not that you're fearful, but you're afraid of being hurt again. You're afraid of being hurt again, and it is somewhat limiting your power. What's coming to you before Yule, which is in the next couple of months after Samhain, is protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. How do you practice psychic protection? You can smoke cleanse or sound cleanse your home. I do like a 3-prep. Whenever I do spell work, first I use a smudge spray normally because I don't like the smell of burning sage, but sometimes I'll break down and do it. I usually follow up with either Palo Santo or incense, and then I also sound cleanse with, depending on how deep the working is, I can use 3 or 7 sound bowls. I've been doing a lot of cut and clears, so I've been using all 7 recently. All right, so protection and then discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Oh, the extent of what somebody did to you is going to be coming to light. And I think you're going to have access to good anger It will give you more courage as well. What's coming to you over the coming year is all that glitters, yang. We have financial constraints and broken heart, but it is coming with one enchanted evening, the perfect night. So, I'm going to clarify this one with something else. Can I get another? This is, I have two of these decks, so I'm going to try and clarify it with the same deck. Can I get a little more clarity on that? Because that's a little strange. I think you've been brokenhearted over your security, and you're very concerned at present about what is going to happen. It does look like there is a major event, potentially a milestone. Can I get some more on this? What else have we got on that? Clarify the financial constraints and broken heart for me. I'm going to put you down to 2. 1. Okay. Okay. A man holding a heart. 1 more, please. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. Okay. Appreciation. Frickish. A man holding a heart. One of mine must have like moseyed over from the other deck. That's fine. We'll leave you there then. What can happen is exactly what just happened there when I'm clarifying with that deck. It can kind of cross over. Listen, you've got love coming to you after a period of heartbreak, but you have not entirely healed yet. You haven't entirely healed yet. I'm not sure it was a romance that hurt you. But you do have a balancing male energy coming to you, and it's not gendered. It's not gendered. We all contain masculine and feminine energies. You have something that was coming to you to balance out your own energy, and it does come in the form of a partner. It could be a twin flame. Part of what's going on there is, you need to be more careful with budgeting. And there is healing that will occur in the first half of the year. We have patience, a consciousness of lack, which is the same thing as financial constraints, letting go, and then I have hanging parrot, gain knowledge by surrendering to the universal flow, and blackbird, open to psychic awareness to recognize the portents of the future. Everything can be accomplished at nature's pace. You're trying to rush a healing process. Okay. You're trying to rush a healing process. A consciousness of lack with letting go. Let go of, that's what you need to heal. You need to heal the idea that you don't have what you want and deserve as a form of punishment. You feel a little bit punished. Your ancestors want to communicate with you. You're going to be yet another group that you're going to have the request to try and do a ritual around Samhain, which is October 31st. You can do it on November 1st as well. The veil is thinnest then. Okay. Okay, is that what it is? You're excluding romantic and personal possibilities to keep yourself from being hurt again. Okay. You're being asked to take the risk to allow people in again. Let go of the idea that everyone is there to injure you or will harm you. You have love that wants to be a part of your life. All right, let's go. Okay, can I get the read, please? Yep, you're keeping yourself isolated because of fear. It's okay. Ace of Swords in the upright. 4 of Pentacles in the upright. That is having your guard up. The message makes perfect sense. At first it didn't. I was like, wait a second, heartbreak is coming to you? I don't really want to tell people that. And it's not. You're trying to prevent it by keeping yourself in an isolated energy. This does not mean that, like, get out there and download every dating app. You don't have to. You don't have to. understand that you, Page of Cups in reverse, you're trying to, you're trying to protect yourself too much. Okie dokie. You're trying to protect yourself too much. This is going to be a tougher one. Most of these ones have been like, hey, you're stepping into your power. What's coming for you in the next year is you're going to need more assistance from your guides, your guardians, your ancestors, and your angels, because you have your barriers up too much. 7 of Cups in the upright, everything's up in the air. 2 of Cups in the upright. Strength card in the upright. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Wands in the upright. You're overcoming some financial difficulties as well. Queen of Pentacles in the upright and a tendency towards depression. Empress in reverse, 8 of Pentacles in the upright. You're going to be a little bit diversified in your career path next year. Relax. Be hopeful. I have Justice in the upright. That is a fair and balanced outcome. Take a new perspective on life. 5 of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords in the upright. I'm sorry, Page of Swords in the upright with the 9 of Pentacles in the upright. And then the King of Wands in the upright as well. Okay, can we get talking? This is one of the more, you're still in an energy throughout the back half of 2020 where you're still trying to achieve patience. What is the value of patience, and why empaths, because we feel things very deeply, can just hate negative emotions because they like resonate at a core level. They're very difficult to shed. It is part of the reason that unfortunately it can lead to denial of negative things, allowing them to build up until such time as the pressure increases to an almost volcanic level, and there can be a lot of emotional disruption when things end. And that is part of what is being reflected here, is that you're closing yourself off so much, and they see you doing this going forward, and they're trying to intervene now to tell you that your dreams are coming true. You are strong enough to overcome this. Continue to put the work in. Your ability to see is actually going to continue to increase. You've been in enough pain after, it looks like somebody hurt you quite a bit, and you're dwelling in anger. You are dwelling in anger. Boy, the last group couldn't get angry, and apparently y'all can't stop, and that's okay. That is okay. I'm not criticizing you. They're just asking you to take it in another direction. Take it in another direction and turn it into the determination to overcome, because they're very related energies. Fear is actually protective, as is anger. And they're very related emotions. Usually anger comes up right before fear. You are fearful that you're going to be hurt again. And at present, the way that you're angry with the, and this is an example versus, remember, it's a general read, so there are multiple scenarios at play, and it's not just one person's story, it's many person's stories. So the gender is not meaningful here, but what I have is a man hurt you. A man hurt you at such a core and deep and resonant level that kind of what you've decided to do in the aftermath is shut down. Is just go ahead and shut down. And they're asking you not to. All you're doing is working and trying to achieve and trying to focus on, it's almost like you're sealing up that part of your life. Try not to. Try not to. You have a 2 of Cups connection. You do, and that's going to try and come to you in 2021. I think it's part of the reason they're hammering on this quite so hard is, I'm going to go to this deck and go do a spirit guide read. Part of why they're hammering on that so hard is that you have somebody who's going to try and enter your life in 2021. And you're going to block them out. You're going to try and block them out because you have determined that that is not an area of focus for you. And you don't have to have romance. We don't have to be paired up. the reason you're blocking them out is that it's like you're trying to amputate a part of yourself. And it's a very valuable part of yourself. But in order to avoid heartbreak, oh, I'm being victimized again. Oh, because you've attracted a lot of predators. In order to try and avoid that, you have decided that you're just going to basically, it's not exactly become a nun or a monk. You've decided that you'll just focus on other areas of your life. And you're very closed off to the idea. And you have somebody who is already in your energetic field. I don't know if they're known to you yet. I think it's in February or March. Four of Wands. You might be in separation from your twin flame. I don't think the twin flame was the person who hurt you that badly. I don't think so. I don't think so. And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship that hurt you that badly. You just don't want to be emotionally vulnerable. And so you're focusing way too much on achievement, as if it's the only thing you're allowed to have. Ace of Cups in the upright, love is trying to come to you. Seven of Cups in reverse in this here and now time in the 3D world. Three of Swords in reverse, Queen of Wands in the upright, that is a healing energy. Six of Wands in the upright. I have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You're blocking it out. You're blocking it out. The King of Swords in the upright. Four of Swords in the reverse. Page of Wands in the upright. The Devil in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse. The Tower in the upright. Three of Cups in the upright. Judgment in reverse. Six of Swords in the upright. Death card. That's the Eight of Swords in the upright with the Temperance card, with the Seven of Wands, and then the Six of Cups. Okay. Well, how am I supposed to help? Okay. Whew. It's not that it's not warranted, okay? You have an energetic injury that is so deep and so, like, it's almost reaching through time. It was so painful. And you're trying to stop feeling. Flying, that's the greater perspective card. Your ancestors are hold on just a second. I'm sorry. I know I just felt dead silent. Yeah, come together in Dragon Slayer. Okay, one more. Details. Follow the leader. Okay, all right. You won't risk connection with another person any longer. Your ancestors are a little agitated. Your ancestors, your guides, and your angels are all a little bit agitated because you have something coming to you. There's a lot of material success for you in the next year. They kind of want to commune with you if at all possible. You're going to be yet another group. Please perform a good cleansing and a release ceremony for the full moon on October 31st. I know it's Halloween and people like to go to parties, etc. This is really important work as well. Try and fit it in. Do try and fit it in. They're if I sound like they might be a little bit frustrated, they are. They're just a little bit frustrated with trying to get you to listen. Apparently you're very, 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 very stubborn. They would like you to hear them. You were badly injured, and like everything in this universe is sorry about that. You're being too extreme in the way that you're trying to avoid it. You're very closed off, and you're very untrusting, and you don't think of it this way. There's a person, there's a Six of Cups connection, they may already be in your life, who you're holding everything away from yourself because you're holding everybody else in the world responsible for what that person did. And here's where their frustration is, except for that person. It's completely backwards. It's completely backwards. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All of the, fine, I just will be by myself. Fine, I won't talk to members of like my dating pool. Fine, I'll concentrate on making money and building my own security. Fine, I'll do everything I'm supposed to. I'll make sure I'll, rescue kittens or whatever it is. It's not that you're living a purposeless or empty life, but you have decided to erect Fort Knox around your ability to love another person. You won't let anybody in. You won't let anybody in. And it's because of the actions of one person. And I'm not sure it was a romantic connection, but it was like being flayed on a soul level. And so you, instead of saying that person is evil, instead of understanding that this was not just a conflicted person, this was an abuser. This was an abuser. And they hurt you so much. And you don't get angry with them because you've decided it's people. And it's not. It's that person. And your ancestors the only reason they're agitated and a little bit frustrated is that they try and tell you that all the time. And you block them out and you're angry with them. And they're not upset about that part, but they're asking you to please listen to them. Focus the feeling in the appropriate direction, and it will give you power. Everything is supposed to be coming to you. They want everything in the world for you. And they want to communicate with you more thoroughly. You're defining everything. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together, soulmate. Unrequited love, express your love, heart-to-heart conversations, separation. So this is the thing. You've decided no more love. You've decided that, but you have a soulmate. You have a soulmate. You have a soulmate, and it's not that you hate people or anything. You don't hate people. But you're holding all of them responsible for the actions of one person who they may actually have a very dark entity attached to them. They were that hurtful to you. It almost wasn't human. Page of Swords in the upright, that is a spirit message. Page of Cups in reverse, your anger is misdirected. It's also that weird balancing energy. King of Pentacles in the upright. Okay. One more color read. Let's go. This is Spooky, a Divine Message deck. The Tower in reverse. One more. That wasn't fair. I want one more, please. If I look a little bit pained, it's because I really feel for you. I really feel for you. Somebody did something just heinous. And you're actually this really neat and special person. Justice in the upright. Somebody used the fact that you're a good person against you. They actually might have something just terribly, terribly wrong with them. They might have an ancestral curse that has followed their family for about 5 generations. That is actually what I'm getting. You, instead of looking at that person and thinking that the damage and the pain and the soullessness with which they treated you is particular to that person, you have your guard up with every other human being. It's not that you're letting that person in either, but you've decided that this is like, and if this does not resonate with you, this is not your message and this is not your pile, okay? But what I've got is you are just trying to live out the remainder of your life. And that's like, you wish you didn't even have to. You just wish it was over. That's how badly that person hurt you. You have joy available to you. And you have a deep, 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 deep love available to you. And it will enter your life regardless, because that is a soulmate who I just don't even know how many times you found each other, but like I think you always find each other. It's going to hurt them because you've got your guard up so high that you can't even really envision being with another human being again. And I don't know if that was a romantic relationship or not, but your remedy to being hurt is to not allow yourself connections. And your ancestors are just so frantic and so upset. And they do get upset, and they do, like, do they get angry and vengeful? No. But they try and they try and they try, and sometimes they cannot communicate with somebody, and that's what's going on here. They have been trying to deliver this message to you, and you won't hear it. That's how badly somebody hurt you. It was a devastating pain that has allowed you or caused you to want to retreat from everything other than comfort, like physical and secure comfort. And that's all that you want in your life now. Please allow them in. They want to guide you more than you're allowing them to. On Samhain, try to allow them to communicate with you as openly as you can. They want to lift something away from you, and they want to bring someone to you. They really want to, but you're just in so much pain. You're just in so much pain, and you're choosing amputation as the remedy. And they're asking you to let them do their job. Your decision, by the way, is not going to hold. And that's why I'm like, oh God. It's because this person is going to, if they're not already in your life, and they may already be in the background, they're going to want to get very close to you. And you're not going to let them at the rate that you're going now. And you will be denying yourself the actual antidote as a form of remedying things. You have the ability. You have the ability to make this a choice. The future is carved by our choices. Choose to recognize where the real fault lies. It isn't with all of humanity. It's with a very flawed and potentially very evil person. Recognize who the real culprit was. And you don't understand this, and they're trying to help you, and they want to do this over the course of the next year. It's because, gosh, this hurts. You don't understand that what you're doing is actually blaming yourself. You're blaming yourself, and that's why they're so upset. The reason you're holding everybody back is that you don't think you know how to judge another human being well enough to allow them into your life. And they're so upset for you. And a person who is very, very, very important is coming into your life. They haven't been here, not recently. Please allow them access. we can choose a different path in life. And the path that you're choosing is, it's not joyless. You find joy, but you're settling into solitary energies for no reason other than the actions of somebody who is going to be punished. All right, so that was heavy. I'm really, 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 really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Open your heart to love. Love is trying to find you. That's all they're trying to tell you. That's what they want you to know. That's your message. It wasn't the love that hurt you. It was that person. Let them heal you. If you like this reading, hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe. And drop a comment in the comment section down below, and I will automatically enter you in my free reading giveaway. Hopefully I'll be able to find the winners and everything. If you want to book me for a private reading, the end credits contain all the information on how to contact me, and I would love a chance to read for you in real life. I'm sorry for my demeanor right now. I feel so badly for you. I just feel so bad for you. That shouldn't have happened. And it shouldn't be something that defines the rest of time. It is a risk. It is a risk, but you're not going to get hurt that badly again. You'll know better. You'll recognize it next time. It was just that person. Take care. Be well. I'll see you next Samhain.